Why is it so hard to break up with somebody, especially the person who is being left?
Well, most relationships, when they end, the one who is leaving, the one who is being left, is usually doing quite a bit of justifying why the one who is leaving is leaving. So the one who is left is being explained to that they are being left because they are inappropriate in this way and inappropriate in this way and inappropriate in this way. And you just can't listen to a dialogue that speaks contrary to what your inner being knows to be true and feel good at the same time. Now, if two people are having a relationship and they are both forward-looking and they are going to the future rather than pushing from the past, it's conceivable that relationships could evolve and change without anybody getting their feelings hurt. But most people don't make a change without pushing against what is. Isn't that interesting? That would be like driving down the freeway and saying, I'm going here because I can't stand here. Well, that isn't true. In other words, when you're driving, usually you're going someplace. You're not usually fleeing from something unless it's the hurricane in Florida. Usually you're going to where you're going. And so if you could adopt that with relationships, then things could feel better. We would like to say to all of you that we would like you to stop feeling uncomfortable about evolving in your relationships. We would also like you to leave behind the feeling that you have to justify why you're going. And that comes in large part because there are so many people who are aware of you in your relationship who are not in the relationship with you, who have opinions about you in the relationship. Family and friends are often aware of you in your relationships. And they have developed this picture of you in your relationship, which you try to live up to, even though it's a different picture from a lot of different places. And so when you decide that you would feel better someplace else, usually you get in this very defensive, justifying mode where you have to activate all of the reasons why you don't want to be here in order, you think, to justify going over there. But all that does is activate all this cross current in you. You want something different than you have, but you activate what you have, which just splits your energy and makes you less effective. And then those who watch you can see that your life seems to sort of be disintegrating. And then they will announce to you, I don't think you're making a good choice because you don't seem as happy as I've seen you be before. And what you want to say to them is, I'm not happy because I'm trying to please all of you and it's not possible. If I could just do what I feel is best for me to do without having to justify why I'm doing it, my energy would be clearer and I would feel a lot better and my future relationship would come faster and I would continue to thrive.
Why does it have the ability to throw your energy off so much and to maybe even make you lose faith?
When someone adores you, in their appreciation of you, they're in alignment with source energy and they're flooding it all over you. And since it's activated in them, they're activated it in you. So you got this really good thing going. But then, as you become dependent upon their appreciation of you in order to feel that way, when they withdraw their appreciation of you and you haven't learned to connect to that source energy yourself, then you feel like a puppet that someone has let go of the strings, you see. And so If you're a confident person, meaning if you've shown yourself that you're free no matter what anybody else thinks, and that you can feel good no matter what's happening around you, if you've been practicing that unconditional love that says, I'm going to feel good because I want to feel good, and I'm going to scramble around and find something, by darn, that's going to make me feel good, even in a field of things that don't feel so good, I'm going to find something that makes me feel good because my connection to Source matters more to me than all other things put together, then nothing that anybody else could ever do would set you off your game. But most people don't learn that. You're born into families where your parents teach you right away, our happiness matters more than yours. They teach you right away, don't pay any attention to your guidance, you're small, you're stupid, and you don't know what you're doing. And we've been around a long time, and we've had all of the hard knocks, and we know where the bumps in the road are, and we'll guide you. So disregard what you feel and do what we say. And they say, no one said it was going to be fair. Abraham did. And they say, no one said it was supposed to be fun. Well, Abraham did. And they'll say, and no one says that life is just. And we say, Abraham says that life is just. But your parents are interested in converting you or getting you to conform to something that they think will feel best to them. And then they hand you off to the school, they hand you off to the church, to bodies of people who consistently convince you that you need to do what will make them feel better about you. It's no wonder you lose your own guidance, you see. And so, since you've been looking toward what others think, you've been trained to do that for a very long time, then you just transfer that mantle to your newest love. You say, I care so much about how you feel about me that I will disregard how I feel. And then that one, being the fickle one that one always is, lets you down. Every single time. We do not know of anyone who has the ability to hold you consistently as their object of attention that could even come close to the connection that you have with Source energy. They're going to let you down every single time, you see. That's why in the therapist's office, there's all this talk about how my mother did this, or how my daughter did this, or how my father did this. Everybody's blaming everybody else for their own insecurity. And we just got to say you're insecure because you didn't decide to be secure. You're not strong because you decided somebody else was strong, which made you weak. You don't feel good because you didn't insist on feeling good, and then you didn't practice it, and then you say, you hurt my feelings, and we would get in a place where our feelings would be unhurtable. We'd get in a place where we would be so capable of connecting to Source energy that it wouldn't matter what anybody else was doing. So if somebody's not connected to Source energy, and so they're not holding me as their object of attention, which used to feel good and now it doesn't feel so good, we wouldn't lose our grip, we wouldn't lose our place, because we're connected to Source energy. And then we'd be like the strong one on the trail that could give them a hand up if they needed, you see.
So how would you do that then? I mean, because it seems that some people are better at some stressful events, other people are better at other stressful events in their lives.
If you have not shown yourself that you can line up with what feels good under any condition, then we know when something devastating like that happens, it's unlikely for you now in the midst of this to be able to use this as the opportunity to line up. Sometimes people say, Abraham, I've jumped out of an airplane, I'm at 40,000 feet, I have no parachute, what should I do? And we say, hang on, it will be over soon, because there's enough momentum going that sometimes you just have to sort of ride it out.